Well, good afternoon. I am here with my colleague from the House, Louie Gomhert, to talk about the Ensuring Pay for Our Military Act of 2011. Louie Gomhert has led the effort in the House, and I led the effort in the Senate in April when we were looking at a continuing resolution and a possible government shutdown to assure that our military families did not have to worry about a paycheck that would come late. It protected all active duty men and women and those in the Coast Guard and Reserve components that are on active duty. Unfortunately, we now have 3 months past, and it is an even more serious crisis looming. Our legislation, mine is supported by 80 co-sponsors in the Senate. And what it basically does is to say that if there is a shutdown of any kind in government, that the military who are on active duty protecting our country will be paid. Now, I'm not here to say that we are going to have a government shutdown. But I am here to say that they shouldn't worry about it. They should not be looking at the debate going on, knowing that there is a looming deadline on the debt ceiling, and thinking, am I going to get my paycheck? Am I going to be able to pay my mortgage? So this is not an issue that is about whether or not we think that there is going to be a lifting of the debt ceiling. The issue is they shouldn't be thinking about it right now. They shouldn't be thinking about it in a week, and they shouldn't worry for 1 minute, particularly the families who are at home and their loved ones are in harm's way. When we introduced our bill, we got the support of the Military Officers Association of America, the American Vets, AMVETS, the Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America, and a grassroots effort that started on a Facebook group that the military family started that now has over 1 million supporters. As a member of the Senate Military Family Caucus, I'm happy to have the support of the National Military Family Association on this issue. I think that today we are facing a real crossroads in our country. And it is my hope that we will take the steps that will get our fiscal house in order. But regardless of what happens, I want to assure that whether it's right now or 3 months from now when something else might happen, maybe the appropriations bills haven't passed, that we go through the end of this year assuring our military that they will not have to worry about not getting a paycheck and missing a mortgage payment or something that would hurt them. I just want to welcome my colleague from the House, Louie Gomhert, who has been a stalwart leader on this on the House side. And I think if we can ever get these bills to the floor, that there will be no question that they will become law. I think they will pass both houses of Congress, and I do think the president will sign the bill. And our effort now is to get the bills on the floor so that they can be passed. Thank you.
Thanks, Senator. As a House member, I don't know that anybody could ever want a better friend than someone that can put forward a bill that you're pushing in the House and have that senator get 80 co-sponsors on. I mean, that is just fantastic, and it is so great to be working with Kay step by step as we go through this process. And like Senator Hutchison said, we need to make sure the military, people in harm's way that are dodging bullets, never have to have it cross their minds that their paycheck may not come in. And someone said, you know, what makes you think that that would be used, that people would become concerned? And what we have seen this week brings that straight to the forefront, and that was when our commander-in-chief deviates from Franklin Roosevelt's course of being a statesman that comes forward and says, you got nothing to fear but fear itself. We're going to be okay. We're going to get through this. Don't worry. Especially our seniors who are subject to worry because their check is so restricted. And the president himself goes forward and says, I can't guarantee you're going to get your check next month. That kind of fear has no place in American politics, not with our seniors. And we have found this week, actually as of yesterday, the Social Security actuarial has made clear that even if there were no debt ceiling bump, if there were nothing done by Congress, and you know there will be, for 3 years, those checks are good. And seniors have nothing to worry about. And I hope that the Commander-in-Chief will at some point become an encourager-in-chief instead of using these scare tactics. Likewise, back in April, we heard from military members and military families who said they have heard from their military member in Iraq or Afghanistan dodging bullets for us, for liberty, and they're worried in harm's way whether their check's going to come in. There is no reason for that to occur. And I happen to believe that when the continuing resolution was pushed through, I've had enough fellow House members tell me they voted for it for one reason. They didn't like it, but they were told if they didn't vote for that, then our military wouldn't get paid on time. Our military are doing enough service standing between us and tyranny. They should never have to worry about whether their check's coming in and whether or not they are being used as pawns to get bills passed that might not otherwise pass. Everybody in Congress has to be an adult, and it's time to act like adults and say we're not using the military as pawns in a political game. We're taking that off the table. Seniors, they're off the table. They don't have to worry. The money is there. And now let's talk about what really needs to be done to set us on the right course. So when I leave here today, I'm going straight to the House floor, and I'm filing a discharge petition. Now, there have been a number of bills filed here recently, some great House bills, some that combine different things. Senator Hutchison is going to file one that combines some things, and I would hope that when we get 218 in the House to force our military pay bill to the floor, that we can do a manager's amendment, incorporate the wonderful language that she's, have you filed that already, or are you about to file it?
Have we filed it? Yes.
Okay, it's been filed, and so I'm hoping we can do a manager's amendment and include her language in ours. Either way, we're going to get the military covered, and I hope that by your being here today, you can make sure the military gets word. Let your senator, let your member of Congress know that you support this and you want them supporting it. Senator Hutchison's bill in the Senate and in the House, people in the military, people who care about the military, tell them to go to the clerk's desk on the House floor, sign the discharge petition for military pay. If you just mentioned Gohmert, there's only one Gohmert discharge petition in the House, and that'll be for this. We get 218, it comes to the floor, the military's off the table, and we pay tribute to the military as we should be. So, Senator Hutchison, thank you again for your great work. I mean, 80 co-sponsors, do you know how many bills get 80 co-sponsors? This is just fabulous. So thank you for your wonderful work.